My dear brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of God, pause for a moment. You live because your story inspires. God extends your life. Your mission endures. Each heartbeat is proof of God's love. Your age reflects grace and divine purpose. God is not finished. Your life remains meaningful. Your wisdom is God's gentle guidance. Every breath, a gift from above. You remain because your presence blesses others. God chooses you daily. Embrace His reason. Beyond 65, your light shines brighter. Aging is God's badge of honor upon you. He keeps you here to love and nurture. God still uses your voice. Speak boldly. Your days are divine chapters still being written. God renews your strength each morning. With age, your faith deepens and inspires. You're alive. Your task is divinely appointed. Cherish your life. God surely does. Your years speak volumes of divine grace. Your wisdom is a candle in God's hands. God's hand gently guides your twilight years. Your life's meaning deepens with age. Each day past 65 affirms divine purpose. Wisdom is God's gift in your silver years. God cherishes your voice. Keep sharing. Your presence is a prayer answered by God. God's purpose unfolds with every year. You are here because someone needs your light. Trust God. Your age is His intentional blessing. Your strength uplifts generations to come. God's plan for you continues with grace. Your heart beats to the rhythm of God's love. God preserves you. Your purpose endures. Age with grace. God needs your gentle heart. Each morning you rise, God confirms your worth. Your wisdom is the tapestry of God's story. Beyond retirement, God renews your mission. Your faith grows stronger, your role clearer. God uses your years to inspire others' faith. Your life after 65 proves God's faithfulness. You remain because your work is unfinished. Aging gracefully is God's special mission. God has chosen you to be a beacon of hope. You inspire faith by simply living. Your age marks strength, not limitation. God's work in you continues without pause. Keep living. God's purpose needs you here. You are cherished, needed, and divinely called. Your story is God's ongoing masterpiece. Wisdom earned is wisdom to be shared. God's strength sustains your every moment. Your continued presence is God's gift. You remain because your heart heals others. God values every gray hair on your head. Your journey is living proof of God's love. Your life teaches love beyond generations. God has yet more beauty for you to reveal. You inspire simply by being yourself. God's plan thrives through your gentle spirit. You endure, so God's love endures through you. Wisdom given by God deepens with time. God smiles with every year you add. Your heart continues to beat with purpose. You're alive. God's mission remains clear. Trust God. Your purpose still blossoms. Your voice still shapes hearts. Speak kindly. Your faith journey continues beautifully. You remain needed, valuable, chosen. Your age is your testimony of grace. God still calls you to inspire love. Your wisdom comforts. Your heart heals. God lovingly renews your strength daily. Keep shining. Your light guides others home. God blesses every step in your later years. Aging is divine. God's plan unfolds still. You remain here because your love matters. God treasures your presence beyond 65. Your years are full of holy purpose. God chooses you each day. Live with joy. Your life past retirement inspires faith. God grants strength for your unique mission. You matter profoundly. God sustains you. Trust God's timing. Your story is ongoing. Your voice is God's gentle reminder of love. Aging is your blessed journey with God. God treasures every year of your life. You remain to bring comfort and wisdom. God grants years to those He still needs. Your story is the Bible others read today. God sees purpose even in your silence. Your presence still shapes lives profoundly. Aging is grace, beauty, divine appointment. God keeps you to be hope incarnate. You inspire strength with every heartbeat. Your wisdom is God's nurturing hand. God guides every moment you live past 65. Your life story continues to glorify God. Aging with grace is God's beautiful art. You remain vital in God's divine plan. Each breath you take whispers God's love. God still sees beauty in your every step. Your years are precious to God's heart. Your voice is God's melody of encouragement. You remain here because your life heals. God's purpose lives vibrantly in you. Your heart's mission still calls to God. God gently leads your every year forward. You inspire God's love with each passing day. God's love is your strength. Keep living fully. Your wisdom lights the path God has set. God continues writing His love story in you. You remain here because love is needed. God carefully preserves your strength. Your journey inspires hope in others. You live because your wisdom transforms. Your purpose remains. God ensures it. God treasures every lesson your life teaches. Your voice is still God's tool of peace. God has chosen you again today. Live boldly. Your wisdom enriches younger generations. God blesses every moment of your senior years. You inspire simply by persevering faithfully. Your aging heart beats with God's purpose. God grants you years because you matter. Your presence heals. God affirms it daily. Your journey beyond 65 enriches the world. God's purpose is as vibrant as your heart. You are here by divine and loving choice. Aging reveals God's deeper calling in you. God sustains you. Your story must continue. Your wisdom is the fragrance of God's grace. You remain because your kindness matters. Your life is proof of God's continuing love. God walks with you in your golden years. Your age, it was the measure of God's grace. God sees your worth clearly. Trust His vision. Your heart beats because your love is essential. God has sacred tasks only you can fulfill. Your life teaches patience, faith, and love. God preserves your spirit to uplift others. Aging is God's unfolding masterpiece. God entrusts you with His timeless wisdom. Your life's legacy still unfolds beautifully. God's love is your constant companion. You live to inspire faith in all ages. God blesses every step you still take. Your years are testimony of God's care. God's plan embraces your every moment. You remain because your life uplifts. God cherishes the purpose you fulfill daily. Your age is divine, intentional, purposeful. God lovingly continues your sacred mission. You are God's quiet miracle of endurance. Your journey teaches humility and grace. God still holds you closely. Live fully. Your presence comforts, heals, and inspires. God affirms your worth every single day. Your life remains vital to God's plans. Aging brings deeper divine revelations. God calls you to gentle acts of wisdom. Your continued presence is God's joy. God blesses your twilight years abundantly. You remain to bless others profoundly. God treasures your gentle spirit and wisdom. Your journey continues with God's guidance. God's grace deepens with your age. Your voice remains essential to God's purpose. God still inspires through your quiet strength. Aging is your precious divine mission. God lovingly sustains your purposeful life. You remain because God's plan needs you. Your wisdom is God's lasting gift. God's love lives vibrantly in your heart. You inspire by simply living each day. God values each year you continue to live. Your presence is God's gentle reassurance. God lovingly guides your years forward. You remain because your faith inspires. God still has great joy in your presence. My dear brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of God, pause for a moment. Your continued life is God's silent testimony. God renews your purpose with every sunrise. You live to remind others that hope never ages. God's grace grows richer with your years. You remain because God cherishes your voice. Aging is your holy conversation with God. God preserves your heart to encourage the weary. You inspire quietly, gently, faithfully. God grants you wisdom to illuminate others. Your presence is evidence of divine favor. God sustains your life to fulfill His promises. Every heartbeat confirms God's ongoing plan. You remain to share God's endless mercy. Your years speak volumes of faithfulness. God treasures your kindness. Keep giving it freely. You live to show God's timeless strength. Your age is proof of God's careful guidance. God holds you lovingly in your golden years. You remain because your love builds others up. Your life beyond 65 declares God's faithfulness. God continues his story through your wisdom. Your presence comforts those seeking peace. God blesses your steps. Keep moving forward. Your faith journey uplifts generations. God has chosen you to reveal his tenderness. You remain as a gentle voice of hope. Your age signifies God's continued trust in you. God's grace thrives in your life's later chapters. You live because God's love needs your witness. Your wisdom is a gift God continues to use. God gently guides your every step past 65. Your voice still echoes God's compassion. God preserves your life for special moments. You remain as a beacon of God's peace, aging as God's loving, intentional design. My dear brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of God, pause for a moment as you journey forward in these sacred years. May you always recognize your profound worth, the gentle power of your wisdom, and the infinite purpose God has woven into your days. Walk in faith, live with courage, and know with certainty that each moment of your life continues to fulfill his divine, loving intention. May God bless you, keep you strong, and fill your heart with peace today and always. Amen. My dear brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of God, pause for a moment. Your life continues by God's intentional design. God treasures every heartbeat you take. You remain to reflect God's endless compassion. Your presence speaks quietly of God's faithfulness. God's grace keeps flowing through your life. You age beautifully within God's sacred plan. Each breath affirms God's trust in your journey. Your wisdom is God's gentle counsel. God's purpose thrives through your ongoing kindness. You inspire because God lives in your heart. God renews your strength each day anew. Your years remain vital in God's eyes. You are here to radiate God's love continually. God lovingly walks beside your every step. Your voice echoes with divine wisdom. God keeps you near to share his peace. Your age symbolizes God's lasting promise. God sustains you because your mission endures. You live as God's testimony of enduring grace. God blesses the world through your continued presence. You remain to nurture God's seeds of hope. Your quiet strength reveals God's infinite patience. God lovingly guides your wisdom-filled years. Your heart still beats because God wills it. God enriches lives daily through your example. Your faithfulness shines brightly in God's eyes. God gently sustains you with loving purpose. You remain to uplift through God's strength. God renews his blessings with each passing day. Your life is a daily chapter in God's grace. God has chosen you to share His tenderness. Your wisdom enriches God's family daily. You remain because your story still matters. God's love endures through your gentle presence. Your days are proof of God's mercy in action. God holds your heart with eternal care. You remain to be God's comfort to others. God faithfully renews your purpose every morning. Your continued life is a sign of divine favor. God uses your kindness as His instrument. Your presence is God's message of hope. God gently leads you on your blessed journey. You inspire through every age God grants. God keeps you close because your love heals. Your wisdom strengthens the bonds of faith. God's purpose in you grows richer daily. You remain here because your faith uplifts. God treasures your journey beyond measure. Your age is proof that God still believes in you. God will guide you faithfully to life's fulfillment. God gently whispers purpose into every breath you take. You remain because God's story through you isn't finished. Your age reflects divine trust in your wisdom. God uses your gentle strength to inspire love. Every day granted is proof of God's endless grace. Your life is a precious reflection of God's mercy. God cherishes the lessons you still have to teach. You live because God continues your mission of love. Aging reveals God's quiet miracles in your life. Your presence comforts hearts through God's grace. God sustains you to share His enduring hope. Your journey is God's masterpiece in progress. God treasures every step you faithfully take. You remain to fulfill God's gentle promises. Your wisdom is a vessel of divine inspiration. God lovingly holds your years in His hands. Your heart still beats because God has a plan. God grants you strength to uplift others daily. You remain as proof of God's steadfast love. God renews your mission with each sunrise. Your presence affirms God's ongoing purpose. God keeps you close for the comfort you give. Your years symbolize the beauty of God's faithfulness. God cherishes every life your kindness touches. Your continued life speaks clearly of divine favor. God chooses you daily to carry His message. You age with dignity as part of God's plan. God's love thrives through your gentle spirit. Your wisdom is God's enduring blessing. God's purpose shines in your compassionate heart. You remain because God still needs your voice. God blesses the world through your example. Your continued presence is God's intentional gift. God trusts you deeply with every extra year. Your life reveals God's gentle, lasting strength. God embraces your journey as sacred and meaningful. Your years are woven with God's tender mercy. God renews His love for you each new day. You inspire faithfulness through your quiet strength. God treasures your wisdom more each passing year. Your heart beats strongly within God's embrace. God keeps you here to be a vessel of peace. Your life is a testament to God's everlasting hope. God's purpose deepens through your loving presence. Your years whisper of God's eternal goodness. God faithfully guides every step you take. You remain because your love still transforms lives. God gently sustains your sacred mission. Your presence radiates God's unwavering kindness. God continues to write your story. Live with joy.